application. Then I want to see to communicate one application to another application. So what we can try to make a communication like this? So I can try to use here REST template to make a communication between two services. Then we can try to use REST template. We have a different approaches we can try to make a communication. One is REST template. One more is fin client. Okay, fine. Let me show you then how can we try to make a communication, guys. One service to another service. Look at here now. Let me take one simple example, sir. Thing started project. Just I'm writing like this, welcome controller. Next. Then Spring Web. Then Dev Tools. Then, yeah, that's enough for me. Even if you want, you can try to keep it a long walk. Not required the small application. Just by writing, I click on this, new, a class. So what I can do in this case, com dot example dot the resource or rest, whatever maybe. Then welcome controller. So let's try to make this REST controller. So what I can do is now public string say hello. Just assume that string a name. Sometimes what will happen, one application to another application wants to make communication, guys. One application, yes, it can try to make a communication with another application. In the moment, yes, it can try to work like this. REST template. Say hello. So assume that here what I can try to do this as well. Get mapping. Now, just I'm writing welcome. Then here I want to use like a path variable. Otherwise, you can try to use query parameters, sir. Just leave it like this. So here, then at the rate of request param, right? Request param annotation. Then you can try to specify what? Yes, name. Yes, name or name, whatever maybe, sir. That's it, sir. Now, here what I'm doing is now, let me try to give a return. Return, just let's say, welcome. Now you can try to print return a name. That's it, sir. So you know this one, how to run and how to work with this. Here I can try to say dot, server dot port number 8081. That's it. Server dot port number 8081. So let's try to run it, guys. Remind bill item. Now what I can do this here now, please see HTTP colon localhost 8081 welcome, then question mark. Then I think I given like name. Then I can try to say Shiva. See now, this is the what this everyone knows the guys. Your expertise now. So this is fine. This is my endpoint URL. This is my endpoint URL to interact with guys. So this is the endpoint URL we are trying to specify. This is the endpoint URL. Yes, we can try to use to make a communication, guys. Perfect. So what about next one? Guys, what I can do the next step? REST template. So what I do is I'll try to make one more communication, guys. See, just I'm writing one more application. See, in the REST template like this. See, now next. Spring Web. Spring Web, that's enough for me. The dev tools, if you want it. Next, finish. That's it. So what I can do in this case, let's try to create a structure. Structure is creating. Right. So RestTemplate, where it is located? Okay. RestTemplate like this. Guys, right click on this and new class. Then otherwise, just you can try to use, once I run this application, immediately I want to make a communication with this. So what way can I do make communication, guys, please? Otherwise, let me try to write here, new class, com dot resource. Then here I'm writing hello controller. Just a practicer. Now I can use at the rate of rest controller. Then we can try to use what here? Just you can try to say one method. Say, just to say hi, hello. That's enough. So what I'm doing is now. Then name also, I'm not, what are the name I'm trying to specify? That name we are expecting from somewhere. String name. If here I want to use at the rate of request param. Yes or no, guys, please? Yes. Name. Is it clear, please, everyone?
Yes, sir.
At the rate of get mapping. Like this. So just I'm giving like hello, question mark, then name, sorry, hello, like this. Done, sir. So what I can do this now? Return. Coming from hello controller. Good. So generally what we do is name. But my intention is let's try to make communication with welcome controller and get that information and try to display, guys. Otherwise, so what I can do that now for this, you can try to use to make a communication one service to another service, you can try to use REST template. REST new REST template. Like this. Got it? REST template dot okay URL. Then you can try to write it. 8081, right, sir? What is the URL? Let me take it, sir, here. This URL, I'm trying to choose is, sir. Got it, everyone? Here, instead of name, welcome. This is my endpoint URL, right? Then, what is the name you're getting? The name I can try to pass it, sir. What I can do this, same, question mark, then name, right? Name equal. So, can I try to say like name like this? Yes. The strings are just we're trying to add in. This name is what? This name is coming from hello controller. That name we just were adding. So now REST template dot get for entity, get for an URL and response type. Get URL. So just you can try to write URL. Now what is the next one entity? What is the return type? String dot class. Is it clear? Now just you can try to specify here message. What is that? Just you can try to provide the small message. Right here, just I'm giving entity. Right, that's it, sir. Then here I can try to write entity dot get body. What is the information I'm having? That information I am trying to giving it back. Are you clear? Yes. So now, if you want to send along with the content, even if you want to send like a status code, you know that new response entity, you can write it. So I hope you understand now. Let me write it. Yes, sure. First
Yes,
of all, let me try to create it. Server dot. Right. Let me run it. With this table one. HTTP colon localhost table one. Right. What about next one? Hello. Question mark. Right, sir? B equal running. Good. Welcome Rani. Good is from hello controller. Welcome Rani is welcome is from where? Welcome controller. Are you understanding, guys? Please, guys, is it clear?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So sometimes what will happen, for example, maybe in the tomorrow, some after some days, then if you want to work with one session to another session, sorry, one application to another application, you should be communicator. In the moment, you can take, we will take the help of REST template. Yes, we will take the help of REST template. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? జనరల్గా ఏంటంటే ఒక మాడ్యూల్ నుంచి ఇంకొక మాడ్యూల్ కి ఇంటరాక్ట్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు రెస్ట్ టెంప్లెట్ వాడచ్చు. For example, see, I want to fetch the information. I mean, some stock information is there, madam. The stock information level, stock information is available in the database. So once if I give a stock name, I get the price. Okay. So maybe I can try to design one more application, calculation service. From the calculation service, if I want to interact with what is the price of the stock name, then we try to communicate that using a REST template. ఒక మోడ్ లోన్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను యూజర్ మోడల్ వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను, లోడ్ మోడల్ కి కమ్యూనికేట్ కావాలి నేను, అప్పుడు కూడా మనం వాడుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. అప్లికేషన్ ఎక్కడైనా ఒక అప్లికేషన్ నుంచి అప్లికేషన్ కమ్యూనికేట్ చేయడం కోసం ఎస్ వీ కెన్ ట్రై టు యూస్ లైన్స్ సింపుల్. సో ఐ థింక్ ఈస్ కంఫర్టబుల్ నా. ఎస్ గైస్?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Next. Next, okay. Yeah. Sir, one more thing is swagger. Okay. What do you mean by swagger? Anyone? What do you mean by swagger, sir? Any idea?
No, sir.
Okay. See, how generally you are testing your endpoint URLs, madam? On endpoint URLs, what way you are trying to testing? You have some endpoint URLs, right? That we are using, we are testing endpoint URLs using Postman. Kada? Good. The same way, you can try to test the endpoint URLs using a graphical representation, madam. For that, we can take the help of Swagger API. Yes, we can try to take the help of Swagger API. Swagger. Very good, Shiva. Let's try to go for to explain this one. Yeah. So first of all, what it means by Swagger? Swagger is a standard way of documenting standard APIs. Swagger is a standard way of documenting the standard API. Swagger is helpful wherever we are deploying APIs like a cloud level. Otherwise, if you want to deploy your application, Swagger is primarily used for documenting API, primarily used for documenting API. Now the question arises that why the document APIs? The building of the APIs that are internal in enterprise for the public consumption. I can say that the developers usually use this in this application. They are building for the other developers to be able to use our API. The API must be properly documented. Otherwise, how would they know what are the endpoints exposed by the API and what are the operations supported by those endpoints? What parameters should they pass and what will they get back? What authentication method to use? To answer all these questions, generally, it is very important to document the APIs. If you want APIs to be consumed and properly used, Swagger and Open API specification are the ways to document API specifying that what exactly APIs can do. Okay, so what is my API first of all? API stands for Application Programming Interface. Generally, software talks each other. There are several types of API, but the Swagger specifically deals with the web API. Okay, now, good. So I think you understand, guys, what is API and all these words. Good. Just simple, sir. నేను డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ చేయాలనుకున్నానమ్మా నా అప్లికేషన్ కి యూఆర్ఎల్స్ ఏమున్నాయి ఎండ్ పాయింట్స్ ఏంటి ఈ యొక్క ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ని ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు మెయింటైన్ యాజ్ ఎ డాక్యుమెంట్ జనరలీ వీ ట్రై టు గో ఫర్ స్వాగర్ API. Okay, and using the endpoint once the documented, the other people can other applications level you can try to use it. What endpoint you should be using, then easily will understand, madam. Otherwise, the confusion will come. That's it. Nothing is there. Good. Okay, let me try to move forward. Right. Let me try to work on this. Swagger documentation format. Okay, let's try to enter the Swagger. See? Just look at here, sir. Number? See, ఇక్కడ. Observe them. Is the one of pet ID upload image. So if you want, you can try to go for integer. Okay, then you can type up a string and what exactly you want to upload, what format you want to upload. Everything can do that now. Like a changes is computer. Post and this is the independent URL. See, pet is a post method. Click this, the data will come here and try it out. Invalid input if you not specify anything properly. Delete, store, user. See, these are the modules, sir. Right. Everything is provided as a document. Swagger Pet Store is an application. Sample server, Pet Store server. You can find out more about Swagger here. This is the way Swagger generally we try to use it. Okay, so let me try to go for to design the application. What way we can try to design, sir? See, the designing of the application is very simple, sir. In Swagger, how can we work with the Spring Boot application, sir? See here, seriously, is very simple thing, sir. For that, let's try to add it. Swagger is a widely used for visualizing APIs and Swagger UI. It providing sandbox for front-end developers. Okay, let me try to go for how to work with the Swagger API in your application development. For this, io.springfox, io.springfox, just you can try to use these are io.springfox is a dependency you can try to add itself. Let me add it. Yeah. So here, I would also bring forms, right? So I get just I'm trying to adding the dependencies. Just we're adding in common external file some dependency. Yeah. So what about next one? I can say UI, user interface, sir. I want to make a small documentation way. User interface. That's it. This is the way just we're trying to specify. Now, now how I can do it here. Class. Just you can try to use swagger config.java. Configuration says swagger config. I want to make it my application is a documentation based guys at the rate of configuration. Right. Then so here you can try to write document API. Custom, just you can try to write any one of the method and you can specify your application development. So one thing, we have one class that is called docket. So generally, the docket, what exactly is doing, that's what I can say is a builder which is intended to be the primary interface. The Swagger Spring MVC framework providing default conventional method of configuration. That information will be taken care by docket. Let me try to design public docket. Is the customer API? Is it just normal method, sir? Return new docket. Then here I can say documentation type. Next dot select API sector builder, then dot APIs. So predicate means that the conditions are. So request handler selectors, we can try to use base pack. What is the base package you are trying to using? Request selectors base package. Here you can try to specify your base package name. Let me check that. My base package common example, sir. What is my base package? Com dot example. What is your base package, sir? Com dot example. Then where exactly your REST application is available, right? Where exactly your REST application will be available. That's it. So simple here. What is the base package you have it? That base package information you can try to specify that nothing is there. Right. So here I can say base package is com dot example. Then APIs dot paths. You can try to select any path. So any path is fine. Any. Right. Done. Done. Build. Done, sir. This is the way. Simple. This is the way you can try to write it. So now I want to create a bean class object. We can try to use a bean. That. So this is the approach. Yes, you can try to perform these operations. So nothing is there. Just after all, we are writing one simple Swagger application. That's it. Right, sir? Right? This is a Swagger, the documentation what we are trying to specify here. Okay. Now this is the way I can try to design my simple application, sir. You can try to specify here whatever you wanted. Okay. Any questions, sir, please? Right. So let me try to run let me run it. This application, how it works and everything. Let me try to run it, then we'll understand how this application will be work with us. I think API information also we have to specify. You'll see that first of all, let me run it. Working fine, sir. Now I want to open my Swagger. UI.html. Index dot this one, Swagger icon index.html. Okay. Right. What is the next one? Hello, right? So not actually. Swagger. Right? Next dot. Swagger icon UI.html. Why is it giving errors? Look at this code once. Code is, this is not a problem. I think this is one. One minute. Enable Swagger annotation. Enable Swagger. Right, like this. Swagger version I taken a Java version 1.2. So same thing, whatever I written, right? Like this. The same should be worth it. Then error is coming. How do I fix it? Let me keep this one. Yes. This is the error what I got it actually. Is the new version వస్తున్నాం ఎర్రర్ గుర్తొచ్చింది నాకు మొన్న నేను ఫిక్స్ చేశాను ఆఫీస్ లో కూడా నాకు ఎర్రర్ వస్తే నేను ఇదే సజెషన్ అనమాట గాట్ ఇట్ గుర్తొచ్చింది న్యూ వర్షన్స్ లో 2.7.8 లో వస్తుంది ఎర్రర్ అదే ఓల్డ్ వర్షన్స్ కొద్దిగా ముందుకెళ్ళి ఉంటాం 1.8 లో వచ్చింది అనుకోండి దెన్ ఈస్ నాట్ గెటింగ్ ఎర్రర్ ఓకే నౌ ఇట్ వర్క్స్ 100%. నో డౌట్. See, now error is fixed, right? గుర్తొచ్చింది నాకు యాక్చువల్గా అది చూడంగానే రైట్ ఇది న్యూ వర్షన్ వస్తుందమ్మా ఇది కూడా వచ్చి కూడా వర్షన్ కూడా వచ్చి కూడా 1 month 3 months అంతే అంతమించడం లేదు సో దట్స్ వాట్ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఇష్యూ అవుట్ ఇన్ నౌ సి ఏపీఐ డాక్యుమెంట్ ఇది ఏంటంటే లుక్ ఎట్ నౌ యూజ్ సి లైక్ డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ ఉంటుంది రైట్ అదే నీకు ఇలా కాదు యూఐలో అయితే నీకు ఇంకా బాగుంటుంది యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అనుకోండి ఎవ్రీథింగ్ కెన్ యూజ్ ఎస్ గ్రాఫికల్ అప్రోచ్ ఇక్కడికి ఏమైంది ఒకసారి గమనించు Swagger. Swagger is an open source tool. It built around Open API specification. It helps developers to design, build a document, and consume the RESTful APIs. The most popular API documentation format for RESTful web services. So generally, the Swagger is one API documentation format for RESTful web services. It providing JSON and UI support. This is a JSON format. JSON can be used to a machine readable format and visual display Swagger UI. See here, observe cheyandi. Swagger UI ante Swagger it creates interactive API documentation. The Swagger it creates. See, this is the one, madam. Swagger it creates interactive API documentation. Swagger editor. Swagger editor ante it is a browser-based editor where we can write open API specification. Swagger code gen. So like this, some of the words will be there.